y'all. I was just fixing my hair and my video come on by itself. I should have just left it, but y'all just ignore it because it looks kind of crazy. Look, I just put it up to get it out of my way so it wouldn't drive y'all crazy while I'm cooking. We are about to make a pork carnitas. Let me get this washed up. I usually would do this in Instant Pot, but tonight I'm going to do it in the oven, and we're going to do it in the skillet, and I'm going to do it a different way than normal. So y'all stay tuned. Okay, let me tell y'all what I've done very first thing. The oven is on 450. It's not going to stay that hot. We're going to turn it down. When it's time to put the pork in there, I'll turn it down to about 400. But we want to preheat this in there, and while I'm at it, I'm going to oil it up pretty good and season it. Kill two birds with one stone. And I'll plop that over there and we'll get our rub ready. Okay, I've washed this off. I'm just going to pat it dry real good. Then, let's make us get our rub to go on it. Okay, here we go for our rub. I'm going to do 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Next thing you want is a tablespoon, or 2 tablespoons actually. No, 1 tablespoon. I'll get it right in a minute, y'all. A tablespoon of dark chili powder. One and a half teaspoon of cumin powder. You want a teaspoon of salt. That's half a teaspoon. Teaspoon of salt. You want a teaspoon of lemon pepper. I don't have that, so I'm just going to use black pepper. It could be either or. It's half a teaspoon. Teaspoon. You want a teaspoon of smoked paprika. I don't have smoked paprika. I got regular, so we'll just use the regular. This is half teaspoon I'm using. Y'all are wondering. We need a teaspoon of garlic, which is pretty much what's left in that, I think. Yep, pretty much. Teaspoon of that. A teaspoon of onion. Stuck from that oil in there. You want a teaspoon of brown sugar. I'm going to use this tablespoon, put just a little bit more because, well, just because I'm going to do the tablespoon of it. Then you want a teaspoon or a half a teaspoon of oregano. Half a teaspoon of oregano. You want 1.5 tablespoons of lime juice. All right, and because I want to, oh no, I did. Did I do the ginger? For some reason, I feel like I forgot it. I'll just put a little, I may not have, but anyway, tad of ginger. And then this, don't call for it, but it's basically what we just built, but I'm going to use a little extra because I really like it. And that's the Tajín, which is pretty much what we kind of just did. But because I got it, I'm going to add some of that to grow on because it's delicious. To me, it's delicious. And then we're going to make us up a little rub. I'm going to use a little of this before I use my rub. All of it. Ooh, put my hand on that bone. Okay. Now then, I got a messy hand, so I can do this anyway. I should have probably done the bottom first, like a dum-dum. That's all right. We'll get it all going. I'm making a mess, y'all. I bet it's going to be a good mess in a little bit. Hold on, let's get out our preheated skillet. Here's our hot smoking skillet. We're going to put this over in it. Now I have turned the oven down from 450 to 400. And then I'm going to put this over there and cook it until it reaches a temperature of at least 145 for pork. And we'll have some delicious pork carnitas in a few hours. Don't you love that sizzle? And she's in. We'll be back. Y'all, let me tell you, I opened that back up. I took this olive oil and I just went around the bottom of it with a little bit. So, I forgot to tell you that, just to kind of coat the, not a lot, look. They say 1 inch up. I didn't do the 1 inch up. I don't need that much grease. I just got a tiny tad in the bottom. We'll be back. Hey, y'all. Because I love my Instapot and I am used to something being fall apart tender, I'm going to take a little bit of water, a little bit of beef bouillon, mix it together because that's what I got. It's beef bouillon and chicken broth. Or you could just have used water. The only reason I'm putting that in there is because I don't want that sticking in the bottom of my Instapot. But I'm going to take this roast out of the oven. And it's pretty much done, but we're going to throw it in here for just a little bit and let it tender up even more. Here we go. Oh, is it hot? And boy, does that look good. Let me check. Just curious. My temp on it. Let's see what it's reading now. It's getting... We are reading done. Let's see how tender we are before I go sticking it in the Instapot. I wasn't going to put it in there to cook much, just to stiff under pressure for a minute. Oops, break the monitor. Yeah, I think we're done. If that goes down in me. Hang on, let me get something to cut a piece. Let me put, it's like, move, well, I want to drop y'all in it. That'd be something, wouldn't it? Cut a piece off the edge. I just don't know how tender it's going to be. I'm used to doing something in the pot, and it makes it fall apart tender. Now we're going to take this and shred it up and use it for some tacos. I guess I should shut windows. Oh, it's hot. Oh my goodness. That is really yummy. I'm not going to do anything to it. I was going to put it in the extra pot, but I'm not. I'm going to take it. We're going to straight it up. Yum. Yum. Be right back. Y'all, I'm super impressed. This is delicious. And I'm really glad that I put the Dijon mustard on it. Yummy. I'll have to alter the recipe a little bit because I added this and it was not in there. But we'll do that. Let me shred it up and we'll make us a... It's supposed to be a taco. I don't have taco shells. I have extra large burrito shells. So we're going to have pork carnitas in a burrito shell. I'm just going to cut some up. I need to get my big knife out, I guess. I got my little paring knife cutting a bunch of little pieces off. Y'all, this is so good. I just can't get over how good it is. It's the first time I've made a pork roast this way, and it will not be the last. I can tell you now the boys are really going to love it. They really are. Let me get it all sliced up, and I'll be right back. I just got that bone out of my mouth, y'all. I'm still slicing little pieces. This is so good. I'm going to cut it up in here so I can get all that yummy goody out of the bottom of the skillet mixed in with it because that stuff is so good. Be right back. See that little pink spot? It's pork, but I was double checking. We are well above where we need to be. So that's just fine if y'all spied that when I was cutting, because I did too, and I was like, get that thermometer again. I stuck it right center of that. So it's just the pork. Some of us is going to eat this just as is with some slaw and stuff, and then some of us are going to eat it as a burrito. Now I'm throwing together some slaw. It's the color belly cookies. It's actually KFC Style Slaw. I'll do most of it probably. Not sure. I just want a simple slaw real quick. But we'll do this one. Head of cabbage, a carrot. It's onion, but I'm going to omit the onion. I'm going to skip that part. A little bit of sugar. A little bit of mayonnaise. A little bit of buttermilk. A little bit of milk. A little bit of lemon juice. A little bit of white vinegar. Some salt and pepper. Y'all can find that. I'm not sure which cookbook that's in. Let's see. So it's future recipe. So it may be in the volume 4. If it's not, then it's going to be in the one she's going to do one of these days. Anyway, I'll be grinding this. I'll be back. I'm going to do a little bit less because I got less than a whole head of cabbage. But there's my buttermilk. Regular milk, which would normally be a half cup for this recipe. I'm using a third. Same thing with mayo. It would be a half a cup. I'm using a third. Then if you're going to use sugar, it would be a third a cup of sugar. I'm just going to give it a dash of sugar. Y'all forgive me, all my stuff's dirty. But anyway, basically, 1.5 tablespoons of vinegar I think I got that there, but I like mine a little on the tangy side, to be honest. And some salt and some pepper. Doing a dash onion powder since I didn't put. There's some pepper. Good healthy pinch of pepper. Dash of salt. Let me see if I've got enough for how much cabbage I had. I didn't quite use a whole head of cabbage, so I was trying to not overdo it with the. Give me a bite. Mmm. So we got KFC slaw. We got pork carnita. And we got some potato salad over here too. I'm going to take, let me do this real quick. Or try, hold on. I'm going to put me a little lemon in there. And I'm going to even put me a little lemon in my slaw because I like it. And y'all can use your imaginations. I'm not going to get out the shell to make a burrito. I think I'm going to end up just eating mine straight out like it is. That's our pork carnitas, and they are really delicious. Really tender too. It did get tender. But it's super tender. It's not hard to pull apart at all. And delicious. That seasoning's great. See y'all next time. Happy eating.